Hello! So as I was getting for this Facebook Live, I just kept thinking about that new Lizzo album where she goes, "Hey motherfuckers, did you miss me?" Because I'm back on track. After taking a 2-week break because my computer got fried, one of my plants decided to drip some water onto the power strip that my computer was plugged into. So I fried everything inside my laptop and basically had to refurbish the whole thing. So I am back on track this week with my Facebook Live series. If we haven't already met, I'm Claire Jones, owner of Liminal Clarity, and I am an intuitive flow expert for the creatives, the visionaries, the innovators out there who really just want to achieve more in less time with less stress, because that's what we all want, right? So I am jumping on today to continue this series where I'm talking about how we can increase our creativity, our productivity, our innovation, and aligned flow, even in times of change, stress, and or transformation. So if you're catching me live or watching the replay, please comment below, tell us where you're tuning in from, and what your favorite physical activity is. How do you like to move your body? So before I get into the nitty-gritty though, I wanted to let you know that I'm opening up 3 spaces, and these are the last 3 spaces available to those of you out there who want to move in harmony with your truest selves by cultivating intentional flow and productivity to achieve your life's work with ease and joy. So book a call with me if you're interested in chatting. Again, these are the last 3 available, so they won't be available after probably this month. I'm in the process of changing some things up, so slide in while you still can. So now, how exactly did I learn the importance of physical wellness? Physical time has always been a sticky subject for me throughout my life. I've never really enjoyed it. I've not been one to just enjoy running for the sake of running. It got so bad in elementary school that my father would actually bribe me to participate in sports teams, which only had a limited effect because after a while I got what I wanted and then moved on and quit the team. So then in high school, I did as little as possible to maintain a passing grade in gym class, and it was pretty much I was the bane of my gym class teacher's existence. He hated me. So I've really struggled over the years to find a routine that works for me because as an adult, I now realize how important it is to my mental, emotional, and physical health. But there's something that I've always loved over the years, and that is dancing. So it doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter who, I always find the time to dance, even when I don't intend to. You know, I dance at home in my underwear all the time. I dance in my car on the way to wherever. I dance in my kitchen while I'm prepping my coffee and my food. And I just love dancing. So I do dance a lot nowadays, but I've also found over the years that I love using the elliptical, I love lifting weights, and I love incorporating the occasional yoga session as well. What this looks like in my weekly schedule is going to the gym during the week on Tuesday mornings, and then pre-pandemic, I would go to yoga classes and something called dance church on the weekends, and that is similar to Zumba but with much more improv included in it. I call it synchronized flailing. It's fun, it's loosey-goosey, and you can do whatever you want, but there are suggested moves that the instructor guides the class through, but it's a really fun experience overall. So can anyone relate to this? I'm sure there are a lot of you out there. If you're interested in getting clear on how to move in harmony and best devote your time to aligned wellness activities, I'm opening up these last 3 spaces to those of you out there who want to achieve more in less time with less stress. So book a call if you're interested. So let's get into the nitty-gritty with physical time. It refers to time spent working on your body or exercise or other means, just moving your body. It is critical to improving brain plasticity. I almost said brain plasticity. That's not brain plasticity, in improving your immune system and even in improving your overall mood. Exercise also has the capacity to enhance learning and memory, counteract mental decline associated with aging, aid recovery from brain injury or disease, reduce stress and anxiety, alleviate depression, and improve executive functions. We're talking about this prefrontal cortex in your forehead here, such as response speed, working memory, inhibition of inappropriate behavior, and focus. So they've actually found that in various studies, exercise can be more effective in treating depression than prescription drugs. So what happens to the brain when you are engaging in physical activities? Your brain produces this awesome chemical called BDNF, and it's basically Miracle-Gro for your brain. It enhances your brain's ability to create neural connections, and so when you exercise before learning something, you are actually much more primed to then learn the material, because your brain is primed to make those neural connections required to learn the material. So they've done tons of studies over the years with elementary, middle school, and high school kids. They found that if they put PE, physical education, at the beginning of the day, test scores improve, learning improves, there's less aggression in the classrooms, and people are in better moods, and it's just an experience, a better school experience overall. So it's super important to get that physical time into your weekly schedule. One thing you can do is to set aside 2 hours of moderate intensity aerobic activity, 75 minutes of vigorous intensity aerobic activity, or an equivalent mix of the two each week. So that's either 2 hours of moderate intensity or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity, scheduled across the week, so you don't have to do it all in one day. You can if you want to, get it off your plate, but if you hit those markers, you're pretty much in a good spot. So an easy tool to make this a priority is to make it fun. You know, you can go dancing with friends or pick up a game of soccer with friends. Remember that you can combine them and hit 2 birds with 1 stone. So how is your body moving throughout the week? Do you intentionally schedule time to walk, dance, run, hike, lift weights, yoga, cycle, or other activities? And your Mars placement on your birth chart is actually going to play a huge role in your physical time activities. If you have Mars in Pisces, you're going to have a different approach to exercising than if you had Mars in Taurus, for example. So this is also why I started with the birth charts first in this series, because this helps you better understand what works best for you so that you don't have to find out through trial and error. You can kind of just cut the time, streamline the time, and accelerate the time that it takes you to land on the routines that work best for you. For example, I had to learn that I'm just not a cardio person. I am not a runner. But over the years, I tried to force myself to be one. So how does your birth chart influence how you like to physically express yourself? And Mars in particular is going to tell you that. So if you have any questions about that, let me know, book a call with me, because that's pretty much it for today in terms of physical time. So let's talk about a way to create a custom mix of mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual practices that combine the powers of neuroscience, spirituality, and wellness practices and achieve your goals while having way more fun in the process. So let's all reach and maintain flow state, even in times of change, stress, and or transformation. I always laugh to myself when I see people in my network going through times of change, stress, and or transformation, and I just wish I could support them all. So that's what I'm here to do. So in the meantime, please join me for more of these Facebook Lives where I'll be doing a deeper dive into each of these areas and providing you with practical tips, tools, and recommendations. I'll be jumping on tomorrow to talk about sleep time, the second physical need for our brains. And until then, remember that your authentic self is extraordinary, it is wonderful, and you owe it to yourself to create the elevated life that you know you are capable of. Take care, everyone. Bye.